Ooh, what's up, y'all? So today we are going, I don't even know where we're going, but the drive is 45 minutes and I'm not going to make it there on 19%. So we're going to go ahead and go to the charger station first. But my client today is getting medium waist length, knotless braids. Yeah. So I'm going to be talking to y'all a little bit about the precautions that you must take if you're even thinking about being a mobile braider. So let's go. All right, we're charging. All right, so we charging. It says 40 minutes to fully charge, but I'm only probably gonna charge for like 20 minutes, like I said. But yeah, so in 2020, I became a mobile braider, and yeah, I've learned a lot over the years when it comes to safety and just making sure that you're prepared for anything when walking into somebody's house, because it's not rare for people to come to people's houses and do a service. I mean, maids do it all the time. Well, maids are house cleaners, babysitters, nannies, like they're in people's houses a lot of times, and a lot of times don't really know what they're getting into, like plumbers and all of those types of things. So it's not as crazy as it may seem, but I've seen some crazy things and I've questioned if I want to continue doing it just for the safety aspect. Like, I've been blessed, but I low-key feel like I'm running out of grace. I don't know, you might gotta cut back a little bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna charge my car and then I'm gonna come back and then I'm gonna give y'all some tips or some of the dangers that are, you know, some of the potential threats and potential can I speak English? Some of the potential dangers of being a mobile braider. So, all right, it's about that time. We about to go. Bro, what the fuck? This bus just almost hit me. What the fuck? Did y'all see that? This bus was just coming straight at me. Like, it was on the wrong side of the street. Bruh. I'm like, are they gonna stop? Like, what the hell? This is the type of stuff I deal with every day. Just dumb Atlanta drivers. Like, imagine if I was on my 13th reason. Fa. Like, just imagine. Imagine if I was crazy and I was on edge right now. And I just sat there and you didn't kill some. Like, this video is about the dangers of being a mobile braider, the dangers that come with being a mobile braider. And yeah, I make more money, but there's also more risk in this. Like, right now, I could be going to a client. This client could have booked me just to beat me up. This client could have all bad intentions, and we need to have systems in place. But, you know, that's a whole nother thing. And I teach y'all about that in my mentorship program. Go to thebraidpalace.com or check the link in the bio. But so yeah, number one, you never know whose house you're pulling up to. You don't know if somebody's posing as a woman and they're really a man. You never know if this person is crazy. Even like as far as like the way that I dress. Like today I'm wearing a short skirt, but it got shorts under them. But I keep in mind that this is a possibility. I could pull up to a client's house and they could have a husband and they could be like, why the fuck you pull up to my house like that? Where my husband could see. Like, you never know. You never know. So I try to be like very aware and cautious of what I'm wearing to my clients' houses. I mean, even if I'm being around family or whatever. But you never know who's in the house, to be honest. Like, when you get there, you run the risk of them having like creepy Uncle Gerald in the back or something. And you don't know if this is the day that he decided he wanted to fondle a stranger. And you're there and you're the stranger. So you never know. I know that was super specific, but I promise you, I don't have a creepy Uncle Gerald that fondled me. You could end up in a situation where you have to run out of a client's house. You never know. So you need to always be prepared. And when I say be prepared, have that thing on you. Whatever that thing may be for you, have it on you. Some type of protection, preferably a preferably a boop, boop, boop. If you don't have that, you know, you have mace, you have tasers, you have all of these, you know, knife or all these other types of weapons. Because imagine you pull up to somebody's house and they got a whole gun collection and you don't got nothing. And they decide that they want to try to rob you for your little $18. And what you gonna do? You're gonna be dead. You're gonna be screwed. So today is not a good driving day. Like, everybody is on something today. Like, this person just pulled up behind me so fast that I thought they was about to hit me. But yeah, so you never know, like, the type of person that, you know. But like I said, there are systems that need to be put in place to where it's like, okay, a crazy person not going to want to do this, you know, go through all of these hoops. If somebody really wanted to do something to you, like, they could. You run the risk of getting robbed, like, period. That is a possibility. You could possibly get robbed. And like I said, overall, your life is just in danger. So I'm gonna tell y'all some tips that I do, some things that I do to make sure that I'm safe going to these people's houses and to make sure that I don't wake up dead. So the first thing that I do, everybody has my location for the most part. If you think that you so mysterious and you don't nobody know where you at, you low key, you off the radar, none of that is flying as a mobile braider, because everybody needs to have your location just in case they see you still at that location 18 hours later and they're gonna be like, hello? They could find you, you know, possibly find you still alive because they have your location and they were able to track you and they know she's usually done by this time and I haven't heard from her all day, you know, those types of things. So throw that privacy stuff out the window, share your location, and definitely share your location for 24 hours, especially if you are going out of state. If you're driving out of state, whether that's like a 3-hour, like right across the border, whether it's like right across state lines or you're actually like flying to a client, you want to make sure everybody has your location. If you're going out of state, you need to bring somebody with you. Like, whether it's another braider, your partner, a friend, somebody is going to get a free trip. But yeah, you need to make sure you're bringing somebody with you if you're out of state. And it requires a flight. Make it a whole trip. So if you're doing like, somebody wants some knotless braids in LA or something, you would fly in the day before and leave the day out after. Sure, when you pull up to your clients that you are backing in. It's such a small detail, but imagine, like I said, Uncle Gerald in the back and he decide he want to fondle somebody and you're right there and easy target. You can run up out of there and just pull out instead of trying to back out the parking. Like, we don't have time to back out. We got 30 seconds to get up out that. Actually, we got 15 seconds to get up out that house. Who got time to be backing out? If they got a gun, you shot. You did. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I'm literally like sitting in traffic and this is, who the fuck is beeping? I'm literally sitting in traffic and this is just a part of being a mobile braider, man. I hope they wasn't beeping at me because I slapped the. Also, you run the risk of just being in a completely unsanitary environment. Systems in place will avoid that nine times out of 10, but there's always that one, at least once a year, who, and don't take offense, but they might have got some income tax money or they might have got some extra money to splurge, and they decide to book a braider, but I'm not even sure if I'm gonna get paid actually, because the conditions of your home are in, or I feel uneasy or I feel nervous because of the conditions of your home. I had a client who literally set off my nervous system. Like, it was nothing that she, you know what? Yeah, it is something she did. She invited me into a dungeon, but she didn't say anything that made me feel uncomfortable or do anything per se to me, but she did invite me into an unsafe and unsanitary environment. My immune system too But my nervous system reacted, and when that happened, I got up out of there. So you need to be ready to get up out of there, and that's for real. Like, you never know. And if you keep something in your purse, it needs to be easily accessible. Like, you need to be able to just grab it. So just because somebody pays a deposit doesn't mean that they're not a nut case. Doesn't mean that they're not off their rocker, off their meds. That today might have been the day. Now, telling you how is normally like a part of my mentorship program, but I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that will prevent these types of people. I'm gonna tell y'all two things that's gonna prevent these types of people. Here's another thing. I left early and now I'm late. It's 8. I'll get there at 8:50. I've been sitting in traffic. It said I was going to get there at 8:30. So I just wasted a lot of time. Two things that are going to not ensure your safety, not guarantee your safety, because safety is not guaranteed being a mobile braider, but it's for sure going to help kind of wean out the crazies. First thing is either 50% or 100% upfront. And then the second thing is having a foolproof comfort policy. Make sure you say, look, if your house is dirty, if you have bugs, if you have this and that, and if it stinks in here, if it's completely uncomfortable conditions in here, then I have the right to turn down service and you will not get your deposit back. Period. When people see that, like, my clients be like, oh my God, I saw your policy, like, what you been through? And I'm like, yeah, I've been through it a little bit, just a little bit. But those types of people gonna see it. Oh, and then also no smoking. I say no smoking. Oh, everybody out the door. I say no smoking. Everybody out the door. I say 50% up front. Everybody out the door. So you'll attract a certain type of clientele that respects your time and cares about your own safety and comfort. So yeah, I actually didn't go anywhere. I barely drove. I'm still 5 minutes down the street from home. Another tip that I have is to make sure that your eyes are on swivel at all time. I've basically learned to do this from just being a woman, and having to go to the gas station taught me everything I need to know about life. So when you're going to these clients' houses, you need to make sure like I said, who's upstairs, if somebody's coming over. If you peep something weird, like, make sure you're paying attention. You can't just be pulling up la 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 la, and then you wonder why you in a ditch. Like, you got to be prepared to fight. That goes into another thing. Get your ass up and go to the gym. For one, if you're braiding, you need to take care of your body. But for two, you need to strength train. You need to be strong. You need to be able to defend yourself. You need to learn how to box. You need to know how to shoot a gun. This is just basic life defense, survival. Like, you need to know these things anyway. But especially if you are going to perfect strangers' homes, like, you ain't never met this person a day in your life. They booked you to come do this service. And this is not even just for braiders. This is for everybody cleaners. You don't know what you're getting into. All I gotta say is, make sure you're being prepared. Make sure you're prepared for anything. Make sure you're prepared for them to randomly have a bomb, or make sure you're prepared for them to have a whole gun collection or something, or a creepy uncle in the back. Make sure you're prepared for anything, because I would hate to see you on a t-shirt. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope y'all learned something. I hope I opened up your mind. If I did, make sure you thumbs up, tell your friends about my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.